All right, so this is on page 46, which is rotations. So the first thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to copy boxes 1 and 2. You're going to be making your own graph. If I were you, I would pause the video until you make sure you have the entire graph, and then I'm going to move on. So for the first one, we're going to rotate 90 degrees, but it's CCW, which stands for counterclockwise from the origin. So we are going to go counterclockwise. Counterclockwise goes in this direction against the clock, in the opposite direction of the clock. Because of this, this figure is going to turn in this same way, so it's going to go in this area. If you're one of those, I would circle that area so that you know where it's going to go. And here's how we're going to do it. If we're looking at the graph on the X and Y coordinate, the graph is on the top left. We're going to turn our paper so that that circle is in the top left. And notice how I have all the coordinates written down? I'd like you to graph all these again as if this were the new y-axis and this were the x-axis, where this is the positive for the y, and this side is the positive for the x. So go ahead and graph B, -3, 1. This is now B prime. C is -1, 1. This is now C prime. And A is -1, 3. So that is my A prime. When you connect those, you now have your rotated triangle. Go back to what it looks like at the beginning. The only thing that's different is your letters are drawn sideways, but this is the correct answer. If I were to take the triangle and I were to rotate him 90 degrees counterclockwise, that's exactly where it goes. And then number 2. Number 2 says you're going to rotate 180 degrees. From 0, 0, it's still the origin. It's still the origin. Don't worry about it. That's always going to be the origin. Just written in a different way. 180 degrees. It didn't tell me clockwise or counterclockwise. But it doesn't matter because 180, no matter how you turn, whether it is clockwise or counterclockwise, it'll always end up being in the same place. So a 180 degree rotation from this triangle, if it were to go clockwise, it'd be 90 over here, 180 would be over here. So it's going to go in this location. These coordinates are actually the same coordinates as the first problem. So what we're going to do this time is now we're going to turn this paper upside down. Turn it upside down. And then if you can still see the coordinates that are written right here, we're going to graph them again, but this time I want you to pretend that this is my y-axis, the positive. And then I want you to pretend that this is my x-axis. And then we're going to graph those 3 coordinates again. So B is -3, 1. 1. This is my B prime. C is -1, 1. This is my C prime. And A is -1, 3. So -1, 3. This is my A prime. Connect your dots, and this is my rotated triangle. Take your paper, your book, and now turn it right back up. If this were the test or a quiz, I'm okay. The only difference with this one is all the letters are written upside down. So if you're picking, you want your A to be right side up, then rewrite it so that it's right side up. But otherwise, for me, I am okay with seeing it upside down. I understand that says C prime and that says B prime. But that is the triangle rotated 180. Anytime you want to check to make sure that you're doing your math correctly, you can take any scratch paper, draw the triangle, and then rotate it 90 degrees and then 180 degrees. And then you'll see it's in the right location. If you want to even put the points, if this is A and this is B and this is C, then when it gets rotated 180, A is right underneath A prime, B is B prime, C becomes C prime, just to make sure that you're doing it right. Checking the first one, same thing, rotated 90 degrees. So you're rotating at 90 degrees, and there it goes, A with A prime. That's a prime right there. C prime and B prime.